This essay is about Albert Camus. Um, Actually, Albert Camus, even though he was born in Algeria, um, his parents were French, and he got most of his education in Algeria. But just a few months before World War II broke out, um, he moved to France and to Paris. And a couple months later, he was fighting for the French resistance movement against the Nazi invasion of France. Um, Interestingly, that Camus was a philosopher, a writer, a journalist. I mean, he was a thinker, and he said three things that I really treasure. Or I remember. Um, you know, one of the things I forgot was that Camus won in 1957 the Nobel Prize for Literature, and it was based upon his ability to write, and especially the three novels that really gave him notoriety were The Stranger, The Rebel, and The Myth of Sisyphus. But there are three things that he said that I think are applicable to all of us, but especially to Donald the Dumb. The first is that the need to be right is a sign of a vulgar mind. Donald the Dumb needs to be right all the time, even though the day before he said just the opposite. But whatever he says, he needs to be considered correct, even though he knows damn well he's lying. It's just, I have never seen anybody get away with that kind of nonsense. Of course, if you ask Donald the Dumb who Albert Camus was, he wouldn't know. The other thing that he wrote, which is almost poetic, is that don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. You know, if you've read any articles I've written in the last couple of years, Donald the Dumb is Donald the Dumb. But I can't think of anybody that is his friend. You know, they use him for money and use him for power and use him for what? To feel good about who they're walking with, man, it's just it's really beyond the pale. And Donald has a lot of things to learn, but the final thing that Camus said that has always kind of haunted me is that don't wait for the last judgment. It happens every day. In other words, you're being judged as if it was, you know, you died and you go into heaven, and St. Peter's there saying, let's look at, and it's not at that time that your judgment is meted out. It is on a daily basis. And Donald the Dumb, and to a lesser degree, all of us need to understand that our judgment day is really every day, and that we need to work at doing right, and you know, doing what you believe to be ethically correct. So it's the end of my philosophy lesson for the day. But I appreciate your watching this video. But read the essay, and you know, Camus was a man that was driven to try to express the realities as he sees the world. His Weltanschauung, his worldview, is something for us all to think about. You know, we don't have to follow Camus in every part of his philosophy, but we can benefit from learning about Camus and how Camus affected his life and the world's life back during World War II and soon after, but also how it affects our lives today in the 21st century. So thank you for the time, and you take care.